What's going on, everybody? Robbie Diesel here, and if you can't tell by now, it's time for another unboxing, man. And today's unboxing, I'm super excited for. Inside of this plain brown box is a phone that I've been waiting on for the better part of about 4 or 5 months. You've probably already heard of it. In fact, you've probably seen it more than a few times. I'm of course talking about the Google Pixel 3 XL. It's been leaked, it's been announced, and now it's finally here. Let's check it out. All right, so I have disposed of my opener of boxes here. And inside we have a spiffy new device and an invite to the Sim Free Life, which I'm assuming is just kind of an advertisement for Project Fi, which is Google's mashup network. Utilizes both Sprint and T-Mobile, but that's not why we're here. We're here to check out the star of the show, which is this bad baby right here. Yes, Pixel 3 XL. The packaging honestly hasn't changed a whole lot from last year. It looks almost identical, in fact. Slightly larger though, which seems to indicate to me that the phone itself is also going to be slightly larger, which, you know, I'm never opposed to a larger phone if that means that I get more screen real estate, which in fact we actually do. This screen is 6.3 inches, which is a definite step up from last year's model. Yes, I, by the way, opted to go with the clearly white model. I went with the like the Oreo, the black and white with my Pixel 2. And I kind of wanted to stick with that theme a little bit, but also switch it up. Here's the Pixel. But of course, we got to do what's necessary. We're going to go through the box, see what is inside of this bad devil. So, of course, you got your obligatory warranty and, oh, that's new. That's also new. It's like a laptop sticker inside there. Hashtag Team Pixel. You can throw that on your laptop. Warranty and safety information. A quick start guide, the SIM pick, of course, utilized to take your SIM card in and out of the phone, which once your SIM's in there, why would you really want to take it out? So right away, you're going to notice there's a new addition inside of the box here. This is the first time that Google is actually packaging headphones with the device. And the headphones are actually kind of similar to the wireless Pixel Buds, which I have a pair of those as well. These guys, awesome. They have this neat little adjustable ear loop here, so you can adjust it to fit your ear size, which should add to the comfort. They feel, honestly, a lot like the Apple EarPods, so I'm assuming they would offer, at the very least, the same level of comfort that way. You also got USB-C connector. Why? Because the headphone jack is dead, of course. That's why. So headphones inside of the box, already a plus in my eyes. I love that Google included those. Finally, honestly, they should have been in there last year, but, you know, we won't kill the style points for that. And then, of course, we have the charging cable, USB-C. Voila. And we have ourselves a USB-C to 3.5mm headphone adapter so that you can actually indeed use regular headphones. And then this adapter here, which is used to transfer your content from one phone to the other. So you get quite a bit inside of the box, actually. A little bit more than most, about the same as what you would get with Apple. And then, of course, you got your travel adapter for your charger. Fast charging, naturally. So when you head out of town, you go on a vacation or whatnot, you don't have to spend too much time tethered to a charger. So that's essentially what's inside of the box. I know what you're here for. We're here to look at the phone. So let's look at the phone. Let's power this bad devil up and see what it looks like. First things first, I'm going to pop the plastic wrap off of this bad devil so that we can unveil the device. Ooh, that is nice. It's got a real nice, almost matte finish along the back here. And then, of course, solid glass on the back. Still a single camera unit on the back, but if this camera is half as good as the camera from last year, it's still going to put it up there with one of the best smartphone cameras that you can get, which Google is banking quite a bit on that fact here. Now, one of the cool, unique things about this is, opposite from last year, this back is actually all glass. So that is used to enable wireless charging, of course, and then the Google Pixel imprint makes a return as well. I am a huge fan of the fingerprint unlocking. I've been using an iPhone XS for the better half of a month right about now. And man, getting used to Face ID is still tricky. And then having to swipe up and it's weird. It's clunky to me. So we're gonna fire this bad devil up, and there she is in all her glory, that big, giant, obnoxious notch that everybody's been complaining about. Honestly, it's about the same size, notch-wise, as the notch on the XS or the XS Max, for example. The screen does not go edge to edge, just like you would imagine on, a Samsung or either one of the newer iPhones. So there is a little bit of a chin down at the bottom here. Not the most attractive design, but that's also there to house a secondary stereo speaker. Google is all about those front-firing stereo speakers, which honestly do sound pretty good. And Google has also said that those speakers are 40% louder this time around. So they're taking good speakers and making them even better. So we're going to run through here really quick. We're going to go through the setup, and then we're going to play around with the phone for a little bit. I know. Sit tight. Relax. So now that we have the phone all set up, one of the first things that I noticed almost immediately is the quality of this screen is so much better than the screen on the Pixel 2 XL. Like it's noticeably better. The lights and the darks are a lot better. There's a lot more contrast. It doesn't seem to be too oversaturated or anything like that. It looks pretty good, actually. You can get in there and see it. It looks very solid. I'm a very big fan of that. Now, one of the unique things to the design of this phone actually resides within the notch itself. So if you look closely inside of the notch there, you can actually see that there are two front-facing cameras. What Google did was they actually went through, I'm going to silence this really quick so we're not blowing up in the middle of the video. So what Google actually did was they went and kind of flipped the whole multi-camera thing in reverse. Most of the phones that you come across now have two or more cameras on the back, single camera on the front for selfies. What Google did is they went ahead and tossed the dual cameras on the front of the device while leaving the single camera on the back. Now, those dual cameras up front essentially allow for a wide angle selfie mode. So in the new camera settings, you can actually adjust it via this little slider here. So you can actually zoom in or out for wider selfies, which is pretty sweet. You don't necessarily need to have giant giraffe arms anymore to take better selfies, and it's fairly simple to operate. I really dig it. I dig it quite a bit. Of course, you have your substandard camera features. And another kind of cool thing about this is they actually went through and reworked the camera features there. Now, if you've ever used an iPhone before, you'll notice that these camera settings are really kind of similar. So navigating through works almost just like an iPhone now, to where instead of changing the options off to the side here, you now just have a dedicated slider up front. Good for ease of use, very practical, and actually one of the cooler things that I liked about the iPhone. This phone itself feels really good in the hand. It feels like a premium handset. It doesn't feel trinkety or like a toy like the Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL did last year. So you can definitely tell this is a flagship device. Curious design choice here. Next to the USB-C charging port, your SIM card tray is on the bottom of the device now, which I'm curious as to why they did that. On the left-hand side of the phone, there's no buttons whatsoever. So it's just bare naked. And then on the right lies your power button and your volume slider. All in all, I really like this phone. Now, again, I've had it out of the box for maybe 6 or 7 minutes, so I'm going to start using it right now. I'm going to get some more initial impressions, but just using it out of the box, and especially potentially my bias speaking here, but the Pixel 2 XL was one of my favorite phones last year, hands down. Again, I've been using an iPhone, which has been great, but it's nothing mind-blowing. So I'm going to use this for a little bit and see exactly how I feel about it. So stay tuned for the full video review on that. I'm going to dive into this phone, man. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm really anxious to pop my SIM into here and set it up and start using it. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this unboxing and first impressions video. If you liked it, make sure that you hit that like button down below, man. Shoot us a like. Help out the algorithms. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Look at that little subscribe icon there. If it's still bright and pretty and red, that means you're not subscribed. You're missing out on content just like this and so much more. Also, make sure you follow us along on Twitter via @NerdNewsShow, @RobbieDiesel. There's tons of great content there as well. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm Robbie Diesel. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.